Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with random reviews from the Overflow Room. Wait a minute. Here we go. There we are. Yeah. And as usual, we're operating in reverse alphabetical order. We're in the S's, and we're coming up with some major names in a video or two, so get ready. But we begin with SM. Not too many SMs. In fact, the only one I have here is Antonio Smareglia. He lived from 1854 to 1929. He was an opera composer, like so many Italian guys were. And this is his opera on the Bon Giovanni label, Nozze Istriane, or Istrian Wedding, or Istrian Weddings, or Nuptials. That's what it is. It's kind of like Cavalleria Rusticana goes to Istria. In case you were wondering what was happening in Istria, it's kind of the same thing as in Cavalleria. It has to do with a girl, she's in love with a guy, or a father doesn't like him, and he's in charge of giving her away, and they have a fight, and there's a big thing, and somebody gets killed, and it's very verismo. That's what it is. This is a live recording. Smareglia was actually really a very, very good composer. I always got him confused with Skalkottas. You know, there's a Smareglia and there's a Skalkottas. You know, one is Smareglia, the other is Skalkottas. But no, that's Smareglia, and that's the only Smareglia I've got. So he comes right before Smetana. RST. Yeah, thank God. Yes, he does. He does come before. Then we've got, this was one of my sort of really experimental rock things back when I was in college. I still love this disc. It's Slapp Happy, featuring the very strange vocals of Dagmar Krause. There's some wonderful songs in here. I mean, Europa and Apes and Capes and Strayed and Giants, and there's an extract from the Messiah. He gave his back to the spiders. Oh, it's brutal. It's the B section from the Da Capo aria. He was despised. And it's really kind of a fabulous disc if you like progressive rock things, where a bunch of guys who are very talented musicians sort of got together and found some woman with a strange voice who was willing to work with them. I can't describe it. I mean, you either know about it or you don't, but it's Slapp Happy. This actually has two albums, Casablanca Moon and Desperate Straits. Desperate Straits was the album that turned me on to this thing, and I've kept it always. I have a few copies of that, actually. And then, wait a minute, the excitement, Skalkottas. This is the Bis Skalkottas edition. Some of these are duplicates because I've got some of them upstairs and some of them I have downstairs. Skalkottas was a fascinating composer. He really was. Sometimes he was like Schoenbergian, atonal, and nasty and gnarly and virtually unlistenable. And at other times he was folky and socialist realist almost. And at other times he was kind of in the middle. But I find his music fascinating. He was a tremendously gifted composer. He's best known for the 36 Greek dances. And this is just an incredible recording on Bis, which everybody should own. It also comes with his Overture for Orchestra, The Return of Ulysses, which is 28 atonal, fun-filled minutes. And the appendix, alternative version of some of the dances. This is with the BBC Symphony Orchestra under Nikos Christodoulou. And it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. This series is so good. Then we've got lots more Skalkottas. We've got his second piano concerto and theme and variations, Little Suite for Strings and 4 Images. Most of these things are world premiere recordings, by the way. The Maiden in Death, his ballet suite, which is marvelous. And his first piano concerto with Jeffrey Douglas Madge, who's all right. And the Overture Concertante. There we go. The Violin Concerto, the Largo Sinfonico, and 7 Greek dances arranged for strings in this case. So there's those. And then we have Mayday's Spell, a fairy drama. This is one of his more easy to take pieces. And the Double Bass Concerto, which is only 17 minutes long, and 3 Greek dances arranged for strings. he spent a lot of time playing with those Greek dances. Nobody else was doing it the way he was, actually. So then we've got the Piano Concerto number 3 and the Gnomes. The Gnomes. Well, The Gnomes is another ballet from 1939, and the third piano concerto for piano and 10 wind instruments is 65 minutes long and virtually unlistenable. I mean, it's brutally difficult to play. I'm not sure how good this performance is because I don't know, nobody's going to spend the time getting to know the music well enough to be able to tell, but it's brutal. It's tough. It's just a very, very difficult work. Timbrally raw and unappealing and bangy, and you know it. Okay, the C Ballet Suite. Well, that's fun. It's 45 minutes long. 4 images, the Cretan Feast and the Greek Dance in C minor. This is with the Iceland Symphony Orchestra, actually, and under Byron Fidetsis. So different people are doing these things. And then I've got this Phillips recording. I don't remember where I even got this from. I mean, I heard it years and years ago. It's, let's see, the Quartet for Piano and Winds with oboe, trumpet, and bassoon are the winds, which is fascinating. The Concertino for oboe and piano, the Sonata Concertante for bassoon and piano, the Concertino for trumpet and piano, and the Quartet number 2 for piano and winds, which consists of a tango and a foxtrot, and it's only 3 minutes and 22 seconds long. Very, very unusual. The whole album is called Cycle Concert, like not as in bicycle. It's on Phillips, and I doubt it even exists anymore. This is a Japanese Phillips, as you can see there. So that's Skalkottas. I'm a composer well worth getting to know. Start with those Greek dances. You really, really need to hear them because they are absolutely splendid. And the whole BIS series is really remarkable, even though some of it is, like I said, rather difficult to take. But what the heck, what do we care, right? So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for joining me here in the Overflow Room. Lots more to come. Stay tuned.